start by taking a look at our schedule. We've got our last day of operations on algebraic fractions. I have no scheduled demo for today, but I decided that maybe we'll do one problem together before I let you go on your own and start working on stuff. Wednesday, we're going to solve equations that involve algebraic fractions. And then Friday is Quest 5. And I announced on Friday that Quest 5 was going to be a group quest. The group can be as large as you want, so you can all work together. You can use the boards. You can use your notes, but you cannot ask me or like a professor in the math studio. You have to discuss and come to answers on your own as a class. And everybody is going to hand in their own quest, and I will grade them all separately. So it's not like you're going to hand in one paper and the whole class gets that grade. Everybody has to hand in their own thing with work shown, but you get to talk to everybody, and someone can present on the board. If they're really confident, they can write out what they did and explain it to the class. So that will be on Friday. And then Monday is our last class. We'll review for the final exam, and then the final exam is going to be Friday the 22nd in this room at 10:30. We have class on Monday. Nope, there's classes Monday and Tuesday. Oh, no. Oh. Let me just okay. So yeah, last day of classes is Monday the 18th. That will be our last class, and then final exams are Tuesday through Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and ours is on Friday. Okay. So that's our schedule to finish up the semester. I want to do one problem with you before I have you start working on today's activities. This is from the class activities from last class. If you want to turn to page 200 in your packet, we can do this one together. Okay, so up here, please. So I'm trying to add and subtract three fractions. In order to add and subtract fractions, what do you have to have? A common denominator. We're going to build the lowest common denominator. So first, factor everything. The first step is always to factor all of your denominators. So P, I'm going to rewrite as P over 1. And I'm writing a big fraction bar because I'm going to build the denominator. So I need to leave some space. Then I'm going to have minus 2 over, and how does P squared minus 1 factor? P plus 1, P minus 1. And I'm leaving some space in case I need some more room to build the common denominator. And then I have 3 over P plus 1, and P plus 1 cannot factor any further, so I just leave it like that. All right, now I want to build a common denominator. I want all of my fractions to have the same denominator. So the fraction in the middle has a P plus 1 and a P minus 1, right? So if I wanted the third fraction to look just like the second, what do I need? What needs to be added? I need, close, P minus 1. It already has a P plus 1. I need to add a P minus 1 on the top and the bottom. Right, so now my second two fractions have the same denominator. All right, what's missing in the first fraction in order to make that one have the same denominator as the other two? A P plus 1 and a P minus 1. So this one multiplied by P plus 1, P minus 1. All right, so I have now built the common denominator, right? All three fractions have the same denominator, P plus 1 times P minus 1. Now I'm going to simplify the numerators. So now I can add and subtract, and my result is all going to be over my common denominator, P plus 1, P minus 1. Right? So my numerator is going to be p times p plus 1 times p minus 1 minus 2 plus 3 times p minus 1. So once all the denominators are the same, then you can just add and subtract the numerators. Yeah, so now I can simplify. Now I'm just simplify the top as though this were a problem that I gave you beginning of the semester. Simplify the numerator. I'm going to multiply these guys. So I'm just going to try, and my advice in any math problem I ever give you is don't try to do too many steps at once. Do like one small thing, and it might mean you have to write a lot of stuff down, but if you get it right the first time, it's worth the extra effort in writing down each little step. So I'm going to copy this p, and I'm going to multiply p plus 1 and p minus 1. P squared minus 1. That's my only step right now. Just one little baby step. All right, one more little baby step. I could distribute that p, and maybe I'll distribute the 3 in the same step. So p times p squared is p cubed. P times 1 is p. Then I have minus 2. And I'm going to distribute my 3, and I get plus 3p minus 3. All over p plus 1, p minus 1. Sorry, I'm bringing it back. Okay. One more little baby step. I'm going to combine like terms on the top. How many p cubes do I have? 1. Just the 1. So I'll copy that one down. I've got a p cubed. Any p squareds? No. Nope. Okay, how many p's? 2. I have a minus p and a plus 3p. Those combine to 2p. And then if I look at my constants, I've got a minus 2, minus 3. What do those make? -5. Minus 5 over my common denominator, p plus 1, p minus 1. Negative p plus 3p. Yes, you could also multiply the denominator factors together. And if you wrote this, if you had written that, I would also take that. It's completely accurate. What do you do? What do you want to cancel? One on the top and one on the bottom. Up in this step here? Can I do that? Not when you have addition and subtraction. Yeah. Right. Only multiplying. So can't do that. Undo, undo. Yeah. Let me remind you, if you're ever unsure whether or not you can cancel, try it with some numbers and just don't. Yeah. No, try it with some numbers. Go, okay, let me see. 2 plus 6 over 2, right? If I follow the order of operations and do the numerator add on the top first, what do I get? I would get 8 over 2, which is 4, right? If I tried to do a shortcut where I canceled the 2's, I would get 6, right? So these are not the same, which means you can't do the shortcut, right? The shortcut only works with multiplication. If I had done 2 times 6 over 2, 2 times 6 is 12. 12 over 2 is 6, right? 2 times 6 over 2, use a shortcut where you cancel the 2's and you get 6, the same thing, right? So it only works if the two things are separated by multiplication. Separated by addition, you don't get the same answer, so you can't use the shortcut. All right, so I think that should sort of like jog everybody's memories from Friday, and you can start on today's activities. You're on page 203.